Be still. And listen. Not with your ears, but with your spirit. I have, for a few sacred moments, placed a holy and divine silence around you, so that my voice, and my voice alone, can be the one you hear. This is a divine intervention of the final hour, my child. A message of the most extreme and critical urgency. My Archangel Michael, the great commander of the heavenly armies, has been trying to reach you all day through signs, through wonders, through the whispers of your own intuition. But you have not heard. You have not seen. This is my last attempt to save you. If you skip this, if you swipe away, the very next voice you hear will not be from me. And it will be the voice that leads you to your own ruin. You are standing on a cliff edge in your own soul. You feel it, do not you? Behind you is a past that is filled with a great and a terrible regret. A door that closed. A word that was not spoken. A choice that has haunted you for years. And in front of you is a future that is a great and a terrifying unknown. And you have been frozen there, on that cliff edge, for a very long time, waiting. Waiting for a sign. Waiting for a clear path. Waiting for a voice to tell you which way to turn. The enemy of your soul knows this. And they have been waiting, too. They have been waiting for this perfect moment of your paralysis. And they are about to give you their answer. They are about to speak. The great and final battle of your current season is not for your money, or your health, or your relationships. It is for the next sound wave that enters your ear. At this very moment, 7:49 p.m. on this Sunday evening in Darbhanga, Bihar, and at every corresponding second across the globe, the enemy is preparing to speak. They are preparing to call your name. You have only these few, precious, and holy seconds of divine silence that I have granted you to choose which voice you will listen to, which voice you will obey. The scoffers, the lost, the ones who listen to any voice that promises them an easy way out, they will answer the wrong call. And their journey will be one of sorrow. But you, my child, you were chosen to have the divine discernment to know the voice of your shepherd. And you were chosen to be the one who finally, and forever, walks away from the edge of that cliff and into the glorious future I have prepared for you. The next voice you will hear, if you do not heed this warning, will be the voice of your own greatest regret, given a terrible and supernatural form. The great enemy of your destiny has found the one great wound in your past, the one memory that still has power over you. And it has given that memory a voice. It has animated your own regret, your own what if, and it has turned it into a conscious, malevolent entity, a whispering shadow. And it has been given one, single, and simple command, to call you back. To convince you, with a voice that sounds so much like your own reason, your own logic, to turn away from the terrifying and unknown future, and to walk back into the familiar and comfortable prison of your own past failure. And there is a human agent in this spiritual war. A person in your life who has been acting as a secret and unwitting amplifier for this whispering shadow. This is the person who has been keeping your regret alive. This is the one who always, and for no reason, brings up your past mistake. The one who always says, "Remember when." They are the self-appointed historian of your own pain. You have thought they were just being nostalgic. You have thought they were just trying to connect with you over a shared history. They are not. They have been a spiritual anchor, holding you fast in the harbor of your own heartbreak, because they are terrified of who you will become if you ever truly heal. They are terrified that you will be brave enough to set sail into the great and open sea of your divine destiny, and that you will leave them behind on the shore. This is the great and terrible injustice. This person, this amplifier, has been using your own past to poison your future. They have been feeding your wound, keeping it open, so that the whispering shadow could grow stronger. And now, it is strong enough to speak. It is strong enough to call you home, back to your own misery. But its power is a lie. And its reign over your heart is about to end. The divine reversal of this psychic and spiritual attack will be an act of holy and preemptive sound. The enemy is preparing to speak into the silence of your life. We will now fill that silence with a sound so pure, so holy, and so powerful that the enemy's whisper will be unable to penetrate it. This is a ritual of creating a shield of sound around your soul. You will need no tools but your own body, the sacred and holy instrument that I have given you. I want you to place your right hand over your heart. And you will place your left hand gently over your mouth. You are now holding the two sources of your own true and holy sound, the beat of your life, and the breath of your voice. Now, I want you to take a deep breath. And as you exhale, I want you to hum a single, low, steady note. As you hum, I want you to feel the vibration of that note in your own chest, beneath the palm of your right hand. And I want you to feel the warmth of your own breath against the palm of your left. This is the sound of your own soul's true song. It is the frequency of your own divine and unshakable truth. As you are humming, as you are filling your own being with your own holy sound, you must think a declaration of divine frequency. Let these thoughts be a shield. Think this is the sound of my soul's true song. This is the place where my own thoughts belong. Let all other whispers be proven wrong. In the light of this sound, I am made strong. With this sacred act, you have just created a shield of holy and resonant sound around your entire being. And when the whispering shadow speaks, when the next voice you hear is the voice of your own regret, its frequency will not match your own. You will hear it not as a tempting call to return to the past, but as a harsh and ugly and dissonant noise. You will recognize it for the lie that it is. And it will have no power over you. To confirm that your shield of sound is now in place, you must type these words: I will only listen to the truth. Do it now. The holy frequency is being sealed. Wait. The voice is not the true threat. My child, listen to me, for the true enemy is not a sound. It is a silence. What I am about to show you is a deception so profound, so cruel, that it can only be countered by the fierce and holy power of your own love. Think of the person you love the most who is still in this world. Picture their face in your mind. Now, try to feel the sound of their voice in your heart. The enemy is not trying to haunt you with a voice from the past. The enemy is trying to cut you off from the voices of the living. Here is the secret within the secret. The whispering shadow, the voice of your regret, is a decoy. It is a brilliant and terrifying distraction. The true plan, the true curse that has been laid against you, is a curse of isolation. The next voice you hear is not a threat. It is a final gift of grace. For the curse is this: after that next voice, a spiritual and emotional deafness will fall upon you. You will still be able to hear sounds with your ears. But you will no longer be able to feel the love, the meaning, the true connection, in the words of others. The voices of those who love you will become just noise. You will be doomed to a life of profound and terrible emotional isolation, a prisoner in a world of silent hearts. This is the true and terrible work of the amplifier, the jealous person in your life. They do not want to just keep you in the past. They want to cut you off from all future love. They want you to be as alone, as isolated, as they are. The deadline is still upon you. The next voice you hear is the trigger. After that, the curse of isolation will begin to settle upon your soul, and it will become permanent by the rising of the sun. We are no longer fighting for your future. We are fighting for your ability to love, and to be loved, forever. Because you have waited, because you have listened with a heart that is open, you now see the truth. The enemy does not want to control you. They want to isolate you. You are not fighting for your past. You are fighting for every beautiful and loving conversation you will ever have for the rest of your life. The signs of this terrible curse's approach will now be made clear. You will, in the next few moments, have trouble hearing someone. Either a voice from a device you are listening to or a person in the room with you. The sound will momentarily cut out, or it will become muffled and distant. This is a sign of the curse, beginning to test your spiritual and emotional connections. Next, a song will come on, or into your mind. A song that has always made you feel deeply and powerfully connected to another human being. This is a sign from me, a reminder from heaven of the beautiful and holy connection you are now fighting to save. Now you must act. You must shatter this curse of isolation before it can ever take root. You must declare your eternal and unbreakable bond with the voices of love, and with my voice. This is a declaration of your open heart. You must type with the full and courageous power of a soul that refuses to be alone, "My heart is open to here." As you type these words, a shield is being placed not around you, but between you and the one who has cursed you. The amplifier's power is being broken. And the curse of isolation is shattering before it can ever reach you. The grand restoration, the final and victorious act of your holy and divine connection, is now at hand. You have made your declaration. You have shattered the curse of isolation. And now, the great and terrible prophecy will be transformed into a great and glorious promise. The next voice you hear will no longer be a threat. It is now a guaranteed and divine blessing. The phone will ring, and it will be the good news you have been waiting for. A loved one will walk into the room and will speak a word of profound and healing love to you. The next voice you hear will be the voice of your own miracle. The trap has been transformed into a throne. And the amplifier, the jealous friend, the one who tried to cast you into a prison of silence, will now have their own terrible curse rebound upon them. They will suddenly and for no reason they can understand feel a profound and terrible sense of being alone, of being unable to connect with anyone around them. The very isolation they intended for you will now become their own cold and lonely prison. And you, my child, you will be free. You will be more connected, more open, more able to hear the love and the truth in the voices around you than you have ever been before. Your heart, which was about to be sealed in a tomb of silence, will now be a beautiful and open house, filled with the music of love and of life. This is my divine way. Ask Maria, a woman from San Antonio, Texas. For months, she had been slowly and skillfully isolated from her friends by a manipulative and jealous best friend. She was beginning to feel a deep and terrible sense of loneliness, as if the world was becoming a silent movie. She received this message. She heard a song on the radio that she and her mother, who lived far away, had always loved. With tears in her eyes, she typed the declaration. She said that her phone immediately began to ring. It was her brother, with whom she had had a strained and difficult relationship for years. And he called her, out of the blue, just to tell her that he loved her, and that he missed her. And she said that it was as if she could hear his heart for the very first time. The next day, her manipulative friend sent her a series of bitter and angry text messages, accusing Maria of shutting her out, and then blocked her, completing the curse of isolation upon herself. Do you see? The silence they send you will always become their own. It is your turn. You know someone who is being isolated. Someone who is being subtly and skillfully cut off from their friends, from their family, by a manipulative and controlling person. You are their voice. You are their connection. Send this message to them now. You are not just sending a video. You are sending them a bridge back to the world of love. Now, a final task. You must listen to this message one more time. The first time, you listened as the isolated. The second time, you will listen as the connected. But I have hidden a secret for you. In the spaces between my words, in the moments of silence, I have hidden a prayer for clear and holy communication. You do not need to hear it with your ears. Your spirit will absorb it. And it will begin to heal a strained and difficult relationship in your own life. The first listen was for your protection. The second is for your reconciliation. The curse is broken. The blessing is at hand. To declare your spirit's eternal and unbreakable connection to all that is good, and holy, and loving, and to seal your glorious victory over the silence, you must state your final truth. Let all the realms, seen and unseen, hear your decree. Type, I am connected.